Welcome everybody to another episode of A Word to Be Heard. I'm your host Mario Johnson, and as always, I have a very special guest on this particular episode. And I was wanting to set this up so that we were bringing in the new year, but due to I could say fortunate circumstances, we was able to get this filmed right before Christmas. So I want to welcome Miss Laquana T. Best. Say hey to everybody.
Hey.
So, again, thank you, first of all, for allowing us to kind of come. We're in beautiful Orlando, Florida, by the way. She's on vacation. How this all kind of came to play is that, again, we had scheduled this to
After the new
be
year.
done after the new year, but she kind of posted a video of her at SeaWorld, and I saw the video. So I was like, "Yo, you in Orlando?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You don't know what you just agreed to." So needless to say, here we are. She was gracious enough to allow us to come into her villa and able to do this interview.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Thank you
So
for having me.
yes. My one of the main reasons why I really wanted to have you on was so that we can kind of highlight some of the amazing things that you have done and
Thank
continue
you.
to do within the community. Um, and I guess kind of give us a brief little background. The way I want to start it is I want to talk about kind of like your, um, I guess we could talk about like your career, kind of things you do,
Hmm.
have done, how you've progressed to where you are right now
Okay.
in your
Okay.
in your field, because you're kind of holding down two separate positions,
Yes.
believe it or not. So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I also want to talk about you being supermom, because in addition to all the things you do from a career standpoint, you also have two wonderful boys.
Yes.
And from there, I want to talk about kind of like because we know each other from skating.
Yes.
So I kind of want to talk about the whole skating aspect too.
Okay.
So let's start with kind of like your career. Like start from the beginning, like where you went to school.
Okay.
How you was able to become a member of one of the best sororities,
I'm
high
just
school
saying. I'm
sorority.
just
I was waiting on her to pull
saying.
that out the shirt. I was
I'm
waiting
just
for that shirt.
saying.
I was waiting on it.
This was not planned.
All great things happen unexpectedly. We're
Yes.
gonna put that out there. A5 way. Um, yes. So yeah, tell everybody kind of how it all started.
Okay. So I went to Temple University
Okay.
in Philly. Um,
So you're owl.
I am a Temple owl. TU, but I won't say the rest. And I graduated from Temple, and from Temple I went back home to Jersey,
Mhm.
got my master's at
What
King
did you study?
University. At Temple I studied political science.
Okay.
And then in graduate school at King University I got my master's in public administration.
Okay.
So I was working at that time in Hillside, where I'm from, at the Hillside Town Hall. I was working in the mayor's office. And then when I graduated from college, they offered me a full-time job working as the confidential maid to the mayor.
What does
And
that do? Confidential
so,
maid. You said confidential maid to
confidential
the
aid,
aid. Okay, I thought you said
not a
maid. I was
maid.
like, oh,
There's no
I was
maids
like,
over
what does
here.
that do exactly?
Confidential aid. So,
Okay. Okay.
like her assistant, executive assistant.
Yes.
And while I was there doing that, I was going to school full time for my master's.
Okay.
And once I graduated from there, I actually went into corporate America. I was working for Horizon, Blue Cross Blue Shield, for a few years. And then I got the opportunity. I met some people when I was at Hillside, and I got an opportunity to work in another municipality in Jersey as the deputy director of planning and economic development. And I've been there for 10 years now.
Okay.
But I started off as the assistant director slash deputy director. And in 2020, the end of 2020, I was promoted to director of that department. And that was during the pandemic. So the pandemic was obviously a horrible time for the world, but for me, it had a lot of treasures. It had a lot of good things happen to me. I bought my own first house that year.
I see you.
I got a wonderful promotion at work.
Mm-hmm.
I was blessed. I was blessed. So what I do, I oversee the economic development in the city. So all of the big residential apartment buildings, commercial businesses, everything is under my department.
Okay. So
So
when I guess a franchise or a particular business is looking to come into your township,
yeah,
that's
this
considered? Okay,
yes.
municipality.
Hmm.
Okay, so it all goes through you.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Which is why you always do all the
All
groundbreaking
the
ceremonies and all that.
groundbreakings and the
Okay.
ribbon cuttings when it's all done.
Yeah.
You know, Wawa was really special. That was the most recent one because not many, honestly, Wawas, they're very particular in where they want to put their locations. And so for them to want to come to Orange, we actually, I remember when that was approved by the planning board, because that's where it has to be approved first. I was actually the planning board secretary at that time, along with being the deputy director. This is before I was director.
Okay.
So this is during the pandemic. We were virtual, but they insisted on us having a in-person meeting. So we had to set out outside. It was just wild, and it was cold too.
Oh,
It was like
okay.
end of October, November, so it was cold, but they had a heated tent and everything. And then now, full circle, when it's finally completed, I'm the director now, and we had our ribbon cutting like 2 weeks ago, and it was awesome.
Process to go through. So I want to bring up the department director for development, Laquana Best. All things construction, Laquana Best is making it happen. Our planning team is out there. We're going to raise their hand.
It was
Very
awesome.
nice, very nice. So I'm kind of familiar with the EDC because when I was at Troy, I was a part of the, what do you call it, the incubator program.
Okay.
Do you guys have an incubator program?
We do not. We do not.
Look out for the small businesses. Come on, we got to add that to your
I
list.
know, no, seriously, you're
Yeah,
right. We
yeah.
do. Because
Uh-huh.
small businesses matter for sure.
Yes, I'm gonna come back to that thought, but I just realized something. Remember when we was first getting this all set up, and I was like, crack the joke about you swinging your leg? I ain't stopped swinging my leg yet. Like
I
since
didn't
we
wanna say
sat
anything.
down.
I don't want to say anything.
I
you know,
noticed. I was like, you know what? My leg is the one that's swinging. Anyway, sorry. I get
inside.
squirrel. But
Because mine rests really evenly on here.
You're doing
Yours
real
is
well.
dragging. I'm just saying.
Basketball.
See?
This
Okay.
knee, let me see, 2 surgeries,
Oh my goodness.
and I broke this one.
Oh, no.
So this one is bone on bone. It has no cartilage left, and where the cartilage used to be is starting to calcify.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's literally as far as I can bend it. Basketball.
Oh,
Blame it on
no.
basketball.
We're going to blame it on basketball. I broke some bones too. I was skating. Mm-hmm.
Oh, skating. We're gonna talk about that.
Mhm.
We're
We'll
gonna
talk
talk about
about
that
that.
later. Yeah. But I realized it's like, after all that trash I talked about you swinging
It's
your
okay.
feet,
It's okay.
I'm the one
I wasn't
swinging
going to say
your feet.
nothing. No.
Okay. But
I'm
okay,
not
so
like that. I'm not that type of person.
I got to experience. I was working with the director of economic development in Troy,
Okay.
and she would have to, because Troy is a small city in Alabama. Outside of the school, you got the soul food place and Froze Chicken, and that's about it.
Oh,
and
wow.
Walmart. We got a Walmart.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody got one.
Everybody got Walmart. So she was actually, I guess, going out shopping Troy as a place that for businesses to come.
Okay.
So, it wasn't that was going to see if you would kind of do that too, where you could see the potential for a large company to come in, and then you kind of go out and make those contacts and try to bring them in, kind of entice them to bring their business to you guys.
That's an awesome thing. My deputy director actually focuses mainly on the commercial businesses along Main Street, which is one of the main corridors in Orange where I work. So that's definitely something that we can look into, because there are a lot of, small businesses within the community that need to be highlighted.
Yes, and it helps because, again, being a part of that program, you get, I think they're grant-based on the high end, so it funds the actual center. So you can offer a really awesome rate to the tenants.
Yeah,
that are looking to come
absolutely.
in for the incubator stuff.
Definitely.
So it was a great situation for me because that was my very first office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was
Gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah,
That's
come
good.
on. That was when I was doing my IT business, and you can tell me nothing.
Nice.
Actually, I had rented out 2 of their suites because I had
Okay.
one for my quote unquote data center, and then the other was my actual administration
Oh,
office.
no. I like that. No,
It was
seriously.
really cool. It was really- So that was kind of just throwing an idea out there,
Yeah,
something for you
no,
all to look into.
absolutely.
'Cause-
Especially in urban communities too. So
and it encourages it encourages the business people to go out and get businesses because now they see that they have help
Yeah.
in regards to like a brick and mortar type situation.
Mhm.
You know, most people don't have not necessarily a storefront, but an actual, we can say like an office, like a corporate office location.
Mhm.
So that kind of helps. I mean,
It does. I
yes.
like that. Thank you. Look at that.
Dropping little gems. You know, you
Little
ain't the
gems,
only
I
one
get
with
it,
the
I get
gem to
it.
drop up in here. But so is that did you I'm assuming because you went to school for political science,
Mhm.
and then you say you got your master's in
Public
public
administration.
administration. I remember the administration part, but I was like,
Mhm.
was it business administration? All right, so is this kind of where you saw yourself being?
So it's really cool that because I did go to get my master's in public administration, which obviously dealing with the public sector,
Mhm.
and I just feel like it's kind of just being able to just help your community.
Mhm.
You know, MBAs are great for like get your MBA. That's awesome. You know, that's obviously focused more towards the private sector, the
Yeah.
business world. But you know, public administration is geared to just our everyday people, government. So it's really just a blessing that I'm able actually to work in the field that I went to school for and still paying for it.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, because I went to school for. I started school, believe it or not, when I was playing basketball as electrical engineering. I always wanted to be an engineer, so I started electrical engineering. Then when I finished that, I got tired of being outside. Like I was working at the industrial plants. I was working at a chemical plant called Degussa. I also worked at Chevron at their
Mhm.
main plant over in Pascagoula, Mississippi. I worked at Shell, their oil refinery.
Oh, okay.
All the oil refineries are down
Yeah,
in that area of
yeah.
Mobile, Alabama. So
Nice.
all
Oh,
the
you're from
chemical plants are down in
Alabama.
that area.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got tired of being outside because when it was raining, you was wet. When it was cold, you was
Cold, you're
freezing. When it
cold.
was hot, you was sweating. So I was like, look, this ain't for me. It paid good, but it was just a lot of wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen a brother, and it's always influence. This is why when people say representation matters, representation matters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, it's good to see us in
Absolutely.
good positions because I saw a brother who was on a job site, and every time he always was in the trailer. He always was in the main office. Every time he came outside, everybody straightened up, and I was like, what do you do? So I was like, hey, come here, man. Let me talk to you for a second. What do you do? He's like, oh, I'm an engineer. I said, oh, I went to school for electrical engineering. I'm, working my way up, so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
Right now I'm an industrial electrician, but I'm working my way up. He's like, yeah, but you don't want to do this. I said, yeah, I'm seeing that. I was like, so between me and you, what would be your advice on me deciding to go back to school? What should I take? He said, get into computers. This was back in like 98, 99.
Okay.
I'm aging myself, by the way. But
Not that far behind you.
look, I graduated high school in 96. It is what it
99.
is.
See, not that far behind
Yeah,
you.
but there we go. So he was like, get into computers. I'm like, okay, what part of computers? Like, I don't know. Just get into computers because everything is going to the computer side.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if you do that, you'll be set for the rest of your life. It's like, okay. So I went to, I had finished school at Bishop State. Then we was in Orlando, so I went to Seminole State,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked the counselor. I said, "Look, I was told to get into computers. I don't know nothing about computers. What do I need to do?" She said, "Well, you got Microsoft and you got Cisco."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Okay."
Like, what
Like,
is
you're speaking French, okay? We
name in terms, please?
right. So she was like, "Well, just do the Microsoft path." Okay. As I got deep into it, I started understanding the difference between the two. Best thing that brother ever did for me. Oh my God.
Just tell you that
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes. Because, I mean, I am now, I think I got like 17 engineering certifications. Um, and it's been great. And, from a knowledge standpoint, as
Mm-hmm.
well as from a financial standpoint, you know, they say the road less traveled is the best road for you. The path less traveled
That's
is
right.
the best.
That's right.
Yeah, everybody go the easy route. It's easy for a reason. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much. Y'all know I love to talk. Y'all know I love to talk. I've been over talking her the whole time, just kind of sharing my story. But
It's all right.
yeah, so it's good to see you in that position, and I'm kind of bringing it back full circle, by the way, because you're representing
Mhm.
for that younger person, which is why I gave that story because he was a representative for me.
Mhm.
And he encouraged me and inspired me to go back and further my education. I mean, from there, shoot, I've been, like I said, I went to Ohio State, studied physics. I went to Troy, studied computer
Mhm.
science. I'm at St. Pete College right now, studying video production.
Nice.
Like, I'm a student for life.
Always
Student, always learning. But
professional students, my grandmother would call it.
yes,
Mhm. Mhm.
yes. But it all started from that brother encouraging me
Encouraging you.
to
Yeah.
continue on.
I'm like, he looks like me.
And that's
Why
the
can't
biggest thing.
Why can't I be like that?
And there was something about him coming outside and everybody straightening up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yes.
But it's challenging for women. I tell you that.
Really?
Black woman. Yeah, because
Now,
a
see,
younger black woman too.
I'm
Like,
glad you brought that up. Keep going.
just
Keep
saying,
going.
just because they just think that one, what's she doing here? She don't know anything. So, but for me, I've always been a quiet person. Like, I feel like you learn a lot more by listening and observing than just blah, So, I don't really allow those type of things to like deter me. It just kind of makes me laugh. Like, yeah, I'm here, but when I'm here, you're gonna know that I'm here. So, it's challenging because they don't maybe always take you seriously. But I've been blessed, and I can't thank like my mentors enough. My boss, he's the mayor of the city of Orange Township. He's a Kappa. We talked about that before. But he's he's been wonderful. He's always given me the best advice. He's always been encouraging. And he's always let me know that no matter what, I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I think that's really important to have that type of encouragement, especially from Black men as well, that will uplift you, and just let you know that you're where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's a good situation to be in. It's a really good situation, especially when you get to receive that mentorship.
Yeah.
And like you said, a Black man who had to work his way to get
Absolutely,
to that position. So he knows what it's
absolutely.
like to
He
have to fight to
does.
get there.
He does.
Yes.
He's an attorney as well. So
That makes yes. It's always good to meet brothers that can defend you when you need defending. Man, that's a good situation. I have a few lawyers that attorneys. Sorry, don't offend anyone. Esquire.
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 Yes.
But I have a few friends who are attorneys, and it's a wonderful thing to have them in your contact list.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So, all right. The reason why I said it was interesting when you said, speaking on how hard it is for a Black woman, because of the fact that they're going to underestimate you.
Mm-hmm.
We receive that all the time. I was just telling my production assistant Matt when we were driving over here, how in my world, in the world of computer engineering, only once, and I've been a computer engineer for 17 and a half years, only once have I been on a team where I wasn't the only Black person.
Wow.
Yes, when I worked for the corporate office for the cable company here, their corporate office was in Syracuse, New York, and their corporate office was here in Orlando. I was the only Black man in the corporate office, period. There was only one other Black woman who worked in the Syracuse office. It's interesting.
It is.
To say the least.
It is. I'm always the only woman in rooms. Like,
Yes.
it's always men.
Well, see, here's the thing that I'm kind of looking at. We collectively, we do have to kind of really fight to get to the higher level positions.
We do.
But I kind of feel like that, and please, this is why I'm glad we're having this dialogue. It's being promoted more for Black women versus the Black men. And I say that because of the fact that you look at, for one, the statistics are Black women are the most educated group of people in the United States. And that's all. I feel like that's by design, because our women are encouraged to go to school, our men are encouraged to go to prison. Sadly, and everyone knows I'm saying this metaphorically, but there's some truth to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, I feel like it was part of that whole. I want to make sure I say this the right way, because people like to hit that little button and cancel people, which I don't care, honestly. But I feel like as though it's a part of the I'm not gonna say agenda, but a part of the plan
Mm-hmm.
to empower the woman so that she gets the mentality of that I don't need mentality, which kind of breaks up the family.
It does.
Yes, because unfortunately, it's kind of planted that the only thing you need a man for is a financial responsibility, and we all know that's not true.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and they say the way you challenge a man, or the true test of a man, is to what, give him money. The true test of a woman is to take away his money. So
Mm.
I'm kind of, and I've said a lot, again, squirrel, but I always try to bring it back. But I say that to say is that how do you feel in regards to there being that true gap in between, in regards to how one gender is pushed to pursue this versus the other is pushed to pursue that. And by pushed, I mean, the subliminal messaging,
Yeah.
the subconscious messaging.
Um. So as far as elevating the woman, or she's obtaining all of these, whether it's education and then going higher in her career. Because I know women who, I don't need a man. I'm independent. I'm independent. I need a man. I want a man. Who doesn't want
We both need each
to?
other.
Yes.
Yes.
Why can't we just work together? I don't feel that I don't need a man. That's number one. And it's funny that you say if they, women not needing a man for financial reasons. Someone said that to me recently, and he's like, I know you can do everything by yourself. I can, but I don't necessarily want to.
Yes.
I want us to do it together. I want us to be a unit, a family unit together. It doesn't have to be separate. I don't feel that one is not, and one is better than the other, and one doesn't need the other.
Right.
I just feel like we should all be together, and we got to stick together. And I'm not trying to be canceled either, but it's just like the more successful sometimes that Black men get, and maybe it's more so like in the sports world and whatever, the more successful they get, who they end up with, it ain't me.
Yes.
And in a way, it's like, dang, like, well, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
But that's just kind of how it is.
Well, there's.
I don't have a problem. You can be who you want to be with, whatever. But it's just what I notice.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have that you can be with whoever you want to be with, but at the same time, I feel like there's no greater, I guess you could say, no greater way to show appreciation to your mother, to your grandmother.
I was
to
just
your
having this
sister.
conversation about this with someone.
Yes, because your first, they always say a girl's first experience with a man is her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Same for
For a boy.
Yeah.
And
their
I got
first
two little
experience.
boys.
Yes. So if you raise a boy who doesn't see the honor, the beauty
Mm-hmm.
in someone who looks just like him, then what example did you set for him? That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't even agree with that at all.
Yeah.
But again, love be love, whatever. Not to take that in
Yeah.
that direction.
Yeah. Not to take it.
I was just kind of looking at it as if, we all need each other for different reasons. And a lot of people, ego plays a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed women have their egos are huge too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, in regard of just because you want to feel like you're so strong, you're so empowered, it doesn't make you weak to say you need. It doesn't
Not
make
at
you weak
all.
Because,
Not at all.
shoot, there's times where I really just need a soft, shoulder, a soft stomach, because we all like to lay on stomachs, but a soft presence,
Yeah.
and I'm not, I'll admit that all day. And I feel like a woman, and I'm starting to see this because the curve is starting to shift,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate talking about this whole men versus women thing. I'm sorry I brought it up, but it was a topic. It came up. I'll get off in 3 seconds, I promise. But there's starting to be a shift where you're seeing a lot of those strong women now saying, I'm tired of being strong. They're starting to understand what we have to go through every day.
I can only imagine. Yeah, I don't want to be strong all the time either. I tell people to do at work. I tell my kids what to do. I don't want to come home and tell my man what to do. Tell me what to do, please. What we doing tonight? What we eating?
Or you know what? Just there's no head butting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You like you said, you gotta butt heads with your kids. 'Cause
exactly. That's just
gonna
how it is.
be. That's what it
At
should be.
work, that's
Yes.
how
You
how it
have
has
to
to
be.
be. Because
Yes.
if you don't show a certain amount of sternness, then they won't respect you.
Right.
But it's like when I'm at home, I just want to be a woman. I just want to be soft. I just want to be
Yeah,
like,
well,
babe, what we doing?
It's
You
a
know?
good thing. It's good. Like I said, the tide is turning. And again, everyone, I'm sorry for bringing that up. I might edit that out. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it's I get it. I'm tired of this conversation too, but it's a conversation that has to be had.
Yes.
You know, the
And it
more
goes
we
through people's
dialogue about
minds.
it, right? The more we dialogue about it, the more we can come to an understanding.
Yep.
The more things get better. The more we start to
Exactly.
come back.
Acknowledge
to each
what
other.
it is.
Yes. So awesome. Thank you. So
Of course.
now, speaking of them boys, now we get to talk about mommy
Probably
mode.
coming in here in a minute.
Get to talk about I got to meet him. Chase gave me that look like, who is you?
Right? He did. I saw it too.
Yeah, Chase gave me that
Like,
who
say
is
hello.
you look. Right. Ethan was cool. Ethan was like, yo, what up?
Yeah, Ethan.
Yeah.
They're two different personalities.
I
They
can tell.
are.
So tell us about that. What is that like? Like,
My Chase and Ethan. So Chase, he's the oldest, obviously. He's 9. He turned 9 in September. And I had Chase, when I had Chase, my mom passed away 3 months after I had Chase. So when I became a mom, I lost my mom. So that was like one of and I still, 9 years later.
I saw you just made a post about it.
Yeah, 9 years later, it's just like it happened yesterday. Because me, my mom, and my grandmother, we were like the Three Stooges. Like, we were super tight. Those were my best friends. And not to have them, it's really kind of weird, though, because it's like the things that I'm accomplishing and everything, sometimes I say, for what? They're not here to see it. But what else am I supposed to do? Stop? I got to keep going. I got to keep doing it because I know that they would be proud of me. I know that they would want me to be happy. It's not always easy to just be happy.
Right.
But God giving me Chase definitely kept me going.
Nice.
Absolutely. And then my brother and I, we're 9 years apart. What my mama was thinking. But so I was
So 9 years
determined.
is him being older?
He's younger than me.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But,
Okay.
when people see us, they're like, who's older? I'm like, hey.
So he's a little big brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then I didn't want Chase to grow up like by himself because I'm like, oh my God, what if I die? Like, I don't want to be alone. So then, Ethan comes along 4 years, 4 months later, and they're like totally different personalities. Chase is probably definitely more his dad. Ethan is more me, and personality wise, but they're like, I can't imagine life like without them. They drive me insane. 2 little boys running around,
Yes.
but I think I needed to just keep me on my toes.
That's good.
And Ethan will be 5 January 2nd. His birthday is coming right on up.
Yes.
Real
Now,
fast.
how do you handle the Christmas birthday gift situation with it being so close?
Oh, well, we definitely always give gifts for, Christmas, and then he gives gifts for his birthday. That's just how it is. My mother was a Sagittarius. Her birthday would have been December 12th. And she always complained about how she never got 2 gifts because it was so close to Christmas. So I wasn't going to do that to my baby. I wasn't going to do that.
Well,
And we do birthday parties every other year.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at it, it's like, you know what? I'm going to get you all the stuff you wanted for Christmas, but I'm going to hold one back for another week.
Right.
Yes, we're going to do it that route.
Yeah. No birthday party this year for Ethan. This is birthday right
I
here.
do want to take a quick pause real quick and just give you a hug.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Coming
you.
across stuff, we know which way to go. First hug ever, so it's like you go this way, I'm gonna go left, you go right. No. But that was, one for your mom,
Thank you.
and 2 for doing what appears to be a really good job with your boys.
I'm trying. It ain't easy.
It won't be.
It's not
It shouldn't
easy.
be.
And they're only 9 and almost 5. It's not
It
easy.
shouldn't be.
Oh man.
I'm being real with you. My mom, um, has 5 kids. But it started with just me and my brother right next to me. We're 2.5 years apart.
Okay.
And that was
That's
for
a
a
good
long
age.
time. And shoot, man, drill sergeant. Let me tell you something.
Your mom.
Oh my God, yes. So you know how they always say, it's like night and day between how they raised you and how they raised like your younger siblings. Because I got two sisters and another little brother, and you can tell when my mom. And look, I'm swinging my legs now. They're really being swinging right now. Swinging them. I don't know if the camera catching it, but yeah, they swinging. But, so there was a we struggled, and I mean like for real struggled. Um, back when me and my brother were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And my aunt, and I thank my aunt for it. She basically got the idea that she was going to go to nursing school, and she didn't want to go by herself, so she forced my mom to go.
Oh wow.
She made my mom go. My mom actually excelled at it. We, went through school. I remember the struggles because that was when my youngest brother had came into the picture when mom was going through school. He was just a baby. Guess we had to watch him while she
Of
studied the
course.
entire. Yes.
You.
And when I say drill sergeant, oh my God. So it's almost like night and day between when she was a cashier
Mm-hmm.
making 3.25 an hour
Mm-hmm.
versus when she graduated nursing school. And it's like the Jeffersons, we moved to the east side, and that was when my two sisters and my youngest brother were they were, I guess, kids.
Mm-hmm.
We were teenagers. They had gone through the toddler stage. Now they were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I guess we had, what do you call it, like poor discipline versus now you got money discipline. Cause that poor discipline, it didn't matter what the hell you do. You had to ask for water. You better not go in the
You gotta
kitchen.
don't touch my
Man,
refrigerator.
what? Like, oh my God. But you got money discipline. Now you gotta ask for nothing. Nothing. I'm sitting here like, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I tell my mom all the time now. It was like, I can't believe you are who you are.
How did you? Who are you?
Right. Because who you were, I don't know. I know who you were. I don't know this woman. I'm glad for you. Yeah, you get to spoil the grandkids. Yeah, all this other good stuff. But who are you today?
I
'Cause,
didn't
man,
have
look,
those issues. My mother let me
well,
just
and that's why
do.
I brought that up because raising boys,
Yeah.
a mother raising boys. And my mom told me, she said that she did that because she knew how hard it was outside for us to be outside. And by outside, I mean in the world.
Yeah, in the
And she knows
world.
how hard it is for black boys
Yep.
in the world. And she has to raise you with in that mindset to prepare you for becoming a man in this world.
In this world.
Yes.
It's not an easy task.
So you can't let your foot up.
No.
You can't let your foot up. Like,
No. That
man,
Chase, I tell you, he be trying to try me. I be
I'm
like,
gonna try you all the time.
"Sir."
And that's the thing. To this day, and I'm not lying. Ask my brothers, ask everybody around me. I will not curse in front of my mom. She still gets on me if I say hell. And I thought I graduated. I thought I graduated to being able to say hell. I'd be like, what the hell? I said, Mario.
Who you talking to?
Right. I was like, no, no, no,
Watch
no.
your
I
mouth.
didn't say it to you. I was questioning the situation. No,
Not in front of me, you won't.
not at all. Not at all. So, imprinting, having that type of imprint,
Mm-hmm.
creating that level of respect,
Yes, yes.
it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be hard, and it's going to get harder up until college.
I can
Just
imagine. I
don't know
can
if you've
imagine.
experienced that yet or not, but up until college.
Oh boy. I mean, and thankfully, like his dad and I are not together, but phenomenal dad.
Great.
Like we live literally like around the corner from each other.
Good.
And we have a great relationship,
Yeah.
co-parenting relationship. Like we still do things with the kids together because it's important. Because I felt like although me and him did not work out, I felt like I was letting the kids down because I know I grew up with my parents in the house.
Right.
They didn't divorce until I was about to graduate from college, so it was just like, oh my goodness, like what am I doing? But it's turned out to be something that we can do, and that they don't even like really get what's going on yet. That they know we're not living in the same
Right.
house, but they
it's
don't really
kinda
get
normal.
that because we have the highest amount of respect for one another, and we still do things
See
together.
that it can work.
It can work, and
It can
got
work.
friends that are
Man.
always like, uh-oh.
Hard drive just fell out. Sorry, we had a technical difficulty, a little malfunction. It literally like just fell
It's
off
like,
and just
and like that, but we still co-parented together, okay? But it's just a great thing. I got friends that are like, oh, I wish, how do you guys do it? And I'm just like, we do it for them because that's what's most important, the kids.
That's remember when I mentioned ego? That's when you get to curb that ego.
Yes,
That's
you have
the
to.
best thing about
And I'm sure
curbing
I
that
get on
ego.
his nerves sometimes, and Lord knows he still work mine. But at the end of the day, I'd be like, well, I don't live with him, so I don't got to deal with
Well, see, one thing, and a lot of people ask me how I'm able to still be cordial and cool with a lot of my exes,
it. Mm-hmm.
is because when you understand, okay, this particular portion of our relationship isn't going to work,
Mm-hmm.
but you can transition to truly being friends.
Friends, yeah.
It really can happen. Now, a lot of people don't understand because of what used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's impossible for it to be. But when you know that, okay, been there, done that, tried that, we know that's
Yeah.
not going to work, that you're not going to revisit that situation.
Exactly. And it's not for anybody else to really understand, but
Right.
you and that other person anyway. So, and who doesn't? Oh, well.
That's how that works, right? That, in my opinion, perfectly. Because of the fact, and I say that in regards to future dating.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, and I think that's more I don't like this word insecurity, but I think that's more of an issue that they haven't dealt with internally.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they still have some things they need to work on
Mm-hmm.
in regards to trust and
Yep.
stuff in that area. So they project it.
Projected. Yep.
Yes. And yeah, that don't work out too
No,
good.
no,
because
no, no.
I'm
I'm good over here.
I'm a laugh, I'm a joke, I'm a talk trash with everybody.
We know.
But that's exactly because there's, and I find that it takes more energy to be negative than it does to just be
Oh,
positive.
absolutely. It's tiring.
Very.
I got like a whole story about that, but I'm not going to do that tonight.
But it's draining.
It is.
You know,
It
and
is.
You're down. You're down all the time.
It is.
Like, look,
Listen.
shoot, man. And I'll quickly, because I talk a lot, I'll
That's okay.
share an experience that I had that really brought me to my core. Like it really rocked me to my core. And I was at a very low point. And Pastor, Dr. Mark Jones, I still love you, my brother, great mentor. Tavis Myrick, they were people in the church basically.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't necessarily reach out to him, like with Tavis, because I was doing some IT work for him. He kind of sensed
Mm-hmm.
that I was having an issue, and he literally, and this is where, yeah, I got my homeboys, and we always trash and joke like man up, man up, man up. But when it's time to really talk,
Mm-hmm.
he just asked, he's like, "Yo, man, you all right?" And of course, my default response, "I'm good."
Oh, okay. So you.
But he asked me again,
Okay.
and he was like, "No, seriously, Mario, are you all right?" Man, I broke down. And I say, I broke down, man. Like, me and Taylor sat in his office for about 2 hours, and I just let him everything. And what he did was he told me, he's like, "Mario, come here every day. We're going to have this conversation every day. I'm going to give you something to do every day." And literally, every day I was there. Dr. Jones, every week I was in his office,
Mm-hmm.
And within about 6 months of just doing that, it brought me to a point to where I said, okay, I'm good. Like I can, when he asked me, "Mario, how you doing?" I can really say I'm good and
I'm
actually
good.
mean it.
Nice.
And then I was like, I'll never let that happen again, ever. So I made it a mission. Plus, my motorcycle accident.
Mm-hmm.
Most people know, broke my neck 2 places,
Gosh.
paralyzed from the neck down,
Oh my
quadriplegic,
gosh.
told I never walk again, and I came through,
Wow.
thankfully.
To God be the
Long
glory.
process situation. So I was like, I'm going to train myself to be happy.
Mm.
I'm going to train myself to see the good in almost everything. Not perfect, in almost everything. And if I have a moment, I'm not going to live in that moment more than 5 minutes. I tell my team all the time, you got 5 minutes. You're mad, you got 5 minutes. Get it out. After that 5 minutes over, I don't want to hear shit no more.
Wow.
Excuse my language, but
No.
it's true. I don't want to hear it no more. We're over it.
That's awesome.
And that's why I'm able to just laugh and joke and have fun because it makes you feel better.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to carry that heaviness, and since you gave your story, I'm gonna give my little story here, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I don't know who may see this. But
ain't no names.
But my mom, before she had passed, she had remarried, and it didn't end too well. Like once she passed, and it was a lot of, sometimes deaths can bring out the worst in situations and people.
Yeah.
And it was a really difficult time for myself, my brother, my grandmother. My grandmother passed 10 months after my mom did. Yeah, and then my grandfather 3 years after that.
Come on.
All from cancer too, but we're not even doing all that. But it was a horrible situation. Me losing my mom, just having my first child, and I was so angry with this individual at what had taken place, and it literally took me 9 years. Like I was just praying, like I'll go visit my mom. How do I get over this? Because carrying that hurt, it's heavy.
Yeah.
That anger, it's heavy. And ironically, I went to go visit my mother for her birthday at, the cemetery. Mm-hmm. And as I was getting out my car, he was walking out. And I've seen him maybe 2 other times in the past 9 years. We have never spoke because I couldn't. It was like I would freeze. My heart started beating. It was just like anxiety, still angry, So this time, and I was with one of my mom's good friends. This time I saw him. It was like total calmness had come over me.
Yeah.
And, he approached me. We talked. He said some things, just told me how he felt about certain things and how he wanted to move forward. And I just listened to him. I didn't say much. Because I just was so proud of myself for just being calm. Like, I'm like, this is the peace that I've been praying for. Yeah. And I was like, look at God, look at that. So this is what you were saying, carrying that hurt, that anger, it's heavy. And I just I feel like free now. Like, I feel like I can do anything. If I can get over this and all of that, I can do some things.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
Yeah. High five. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. I'm gonna let that fester for a minute. I'm just gonna let that.
It's God is good.
Yes, we're gonna bask in that glory for a minute.
Because it's important. It is.
A couple of internal amens and that's part of it. I'll be honest with you. Was it Miss Johnson? Ironically, my last name's Johnson, but Miss Johnson from the church inside right now. She's running across the pew. And she's screaming. You know what I'm saying? Sister Patrice, she done passed out. Somebody go get her. Somebody go get her. Oh my God! Every Sunday, Sister Patrice got to pass out.
He go get you.
Right during altar call. Somebody trying to get a testimony. Here she go. Here she go. All right.
Oh my God.
But all right, so I noticed that in following you, you have your voice active in sports.
Oh yeah.
She is like
you
got those moms in the stands. It's just like yelling and telling the coaches what to do and right here. And the funny part about it is, okay, I'm not physically in Jersey. I'm in Tampa, so I can't go to the games and see this happening. She got it on camera.
So camera.
she ain't no shame on camera. On camera.
That sounds worse.
I'm like, really? So this what you gonna really? This we posting? You can't edit that out. Mute nothing. But
nope.
No, I love the fact that you're, and this I was kind of talking about this earlier. You're extremely supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Your boys' curricular activities, and I tell my mom with my nephew, because my one nephew is just with my sister. His dad, trash, and I'm like, get him in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Structure. Sports,
yes.
structure.
Even if you don't see it, it pays off.
Yes.
It pays off.
It's so structured. So tell us what's that like?
Well, I mean, and my life is extremely hectic from work, from this, from that. So it's important that they are involved in something because who will not have my children are the streets. That's who will
There we
not
go.
have them.
There we go.
So,
The streets just
just-
fell out again. She just fell out.
just fell out.
Amen. She on the floor. So,
then Chase was 3 years old. We've had him in sports. He's tried soccer. He's done t-ball, and now basketball. Swimming. We had them in swimming from Chase started when he was 2. Ethan started when he was 18 months with swimming. The pandemic, they stopped.
Yeah.
But Chase, I got to get Ethan back because Chase can swim. Ethan, he's like acting like he's scared of water. Stop.
Black people can swim, y'all.
Yeah, they can swim. You should have seen him earlier. I got the video. I got the footage.
Listen, she probably was fussing at you too.
Do this.
Right. Get your arms straight. Have a what?
And the thing is, these are things that my mom, my dad encouraged and supported me in anything I did, education wise. I mean, I graduated number 6 in my class. I'm just saying.
Summa cum laude, summa
I was
cum
the
laude.
class president. I'm just
Right,
saying.
What is that? Let us,
You know.
summa cum Toyota.
First and finest, but they've always been supportive of me, and I feel like that's the least I can give back to my children is to give them what I got so much of growing up. So that's my motivation in a lot of things. I'm just trying to outdo Taryn best. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say, "Mom, you did this, but look what I'm doing."
There we go.
That's what it is.
The importance of the family dynamic. It
It
passes
is.
down.
Yes, it does.
It passes down. It passes down. I'm a
That's
drill
what I'm
sergeant.
trying to do.
I'm a look. I can't help it. My mama was a drill sergeant. My granddad was a drill sergeant. My grandmama, she was soft.
Oh, she was soft.
Man, I saw my grandma jump on my aunt one time. Oh my God.
Like,
Look,
whoa.
my grandma whooped me one time. That's the only thing she ever had to do. I didn't know she had it in her.
Don't play him.
Yes.
Yeah, so Chase does basketball. Ethan's a soccer boy, and they love it. It just brings me joy just to see them have fun and do something that they enjoy doing. So
They're doing really good at it. Chase seems really. It's like the basketball is sticking.
yeah,
He's really
yeah.
taking like
He's-
having fun with it.
He is,
Yeah.
but I love it. I love watching him.
Yeah, I see the videos of Ethan running around with the sock and it's all chaos and it's it's just funny. I'm like, look
Yeah.
at this. Okay, cool. And you got a couple videos where he scored, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Ethan, he's getting better too. Because first he didn't like the crowd. So when there was a bunch of people trying to kick, he's like, I'm gonna stay over here. But now he get in it. He
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
He's learning
That's pretty good.
slowly but surely.
Look, the knee pass, the shin guards, and the
Yeah,
outfit, they
yeah.
bigger than him. It's hilarious. He out there looking like a hockey goal, they moving around. But it's the coolest thing you'll ever see, I promise.
great,
It really
it's
is
great.
good, yeah. And
I hope they stick with it.
God, doing such a great job.
Mm.
I high five.
I'm trying.
Yes. Now let's get into skating.
Oh gosh.
Skating.
I haven't done it in a while though.
Same.
Oh my God. And I miss it. But having kids too, it's just like the nights that they skate, like, Sunday, I gotta get ready for work. They gotta get ready for school. Like
Yes.
but I do miss it. And I've done it. Oh gosh, I started skating. My mom used to have birthday parties at the skate rink every year until I think I turned 12. And then we kind of stopped. Then I got back in it like when I was in college. That's when I started going heavy. And then up until I had Ethan, I was like there every week.
Yeah.
But after that second one, I was like, woo, mama gotta slow down.
The situation.
Slow down. But
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I broke my ankle. And I don't even, it was the night that I actually met their dad.
Ah.
He's a cop.
Uh-huh.
And he was working at the rink that night. And I don't know what happened. Like I went down, like I bent down. And when I came up, ankle just
It was
just gave out. I
Ooh.
saw like Tweety birds, everything. It was just one of those painful. And I think after I got to the hospital and everything, I was okay until he told me it was broke. And I said, I can't skate. I can't go skating next week.
we
Like,
all
what?
have that reaction.
What?
Like,
What
yeah,
you talking?
yeah.
Yeah, so
Devastating.
it is. So like for 2 months, I couldn't skate. That was horrible.
Man. So have you thought about like getting the boys? Like going out to like a family night or something?
So-
Family day? Not family night, family day.
Chase has gone skating a few times. And I want to say, obviously, this was before Ethan was born. Was he even born? I don't even know. But I would like to get them out to do something that that I enjoy. I didn't play basketball in school. I was a cheerleader, and I ran track, and I did cross country.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
Cross
I was a
country,
runner,
yeah.
and Ethan, they both are pretty fast. But Ethan, that little one, them little legs, I definitely want to get him in track when he gets a little older. He loves running, so we're just trying to keep him active and get some scholarships. I mean,
College ain't cheap.
no.
College ain't cheap. Like, look, I'm gonna need you to be very, very intelligent.
Oh, you gotta have something going for you.
One or the other. One or the other. You're gonna
'Cause
be super smart.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be incredibly athletic. We would prefer the hybrid.
Yeah. Yes.
We prefer
Yes.
the hybrid,
Yes.
smart and athletic.
Yes.
But we gotta pick one.
Okay. Not one of the two.
Yeah. College.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
But, so we actually met skating.
Yes.
So for
Yes.
those who don't know, that's how we kind of know each other from skating.
Yeah, it's from skating.
Long time ago. And believe it or
It
not,
was.
we've only ever, this is our first time having like a real
A real
conversation.
one-on-one conversation.
yeah.
Besides,
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. That's it. So this is really like it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool.
Years. I'm talking like
Seriously.
a year. Like I've known her for like over 10 years.
Yeah.
A long
And
time.
known and then not known. You've
Right.
known me, but not really knew.
Known her face.
Yeah.
We've always said hey. And then,
And then that was it,
Yeah.
but that's how it is in skate world. You got a lot of Facebook friends. You're like, oh yeah, skating. Oh yeah, boom, we're gonna accept that. Yeah, that's cool. All right. And then you don't really talk to them until you see them at another skate event.
And that's the one thing I used to love about going to the skate events. Because it's kind of like a reunion.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know, all
It
the
is.
people that you only see at skate events, only people that you generally outside of social media, you would have no interactions with at all.
Exactly.
Yes, and let me tell you something. We interact all the time on social media. If I ain't talking trash, she talking trash. No, what was it? A couple of weeks ago, we ended up seeing each other real at the same time.
Same time.
Like, what is going on
Like,
here?
how did that happen? We knew it was meant to be then. We knew that this
It
had
was
this had to
destined.
happen.
It was destined to happen. There was no way around it.
So
But yeah, I got to meet a lot of great people from skating. Made a lot of interesting connections.
seriously.
It was kind of like some of the motivation behind. We also have the Skating is a Habit podcast.
Okay.
So that was the motivation behind that, was to be able to take the amazingness of the people who skate
Mm-hmm.
and bring them, sit them down, and actually have a conversation beyond skating. So
That's pretty
I was
cool.
like, all right, I'm gonna take that, and we do that in the rink.
Mm-hmm.
We travel to all the different skating rinks and just kind of have people sit down and we
Okay.
have a good time.
Cool.
But from this particular standpoint, I was like, this is a great opportunity to, a word to be heard, because she has a word that definitely needs to be heard. I was like, okay, I'm gonna move that from just the skating podcast and bring that into my more general podcast where I have conversations with just people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
dope. I like it.
yeah, man. And you've been a great social media friend. Like that's the one of the positives that you can really pull from social media. There's a lot of other things that
Yeah,
social media
it's just
has.
negative and
Yeah.
just whatever.
But
But
you can really, like, you have like that one friend that like when you post something, they about to show up.
right.
Yeah, they about to show up.
Exactly.
You just be waiting. You just be scrolling.
It's like,
This is how to do it. So that's the cool thing about this. But I'm been thinking about potentially slowly getting back into skating.
yeah.
Yeah, because after I had my accident, skating just wasn't the same for me.
And what year did you have?
That's
the accident?
2013.
Oh, so your Chase was born. Okay. Wow. 9
Yeah,
years ago.
and you know what? I went through like 4 or 5 years of therapy.
Oh, I can't even. That's
It was a road. And basketball, not the same. Like, I'm tall. But today tall, I'm basically, that if you ever seen like TV shows where you have like the kid who look like he can play, you know what I'm saying? But he get out there, he trash. That's me now.
Oh no.
Yes, I go out on the court. Okay, big man. Okay, big man. No, this ain't what you want, though.
Not now.
I'm just here to shoot around.
Catch me a few years ago, but right
Yeah,
now.
like, oh,
Mhm.
God. Yeah, I think I got about an 8-inch vertical leap. It's like, you would never. And I understand this because my accident and whatnot. But you would never know that I played basketball for real.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but
But you're here to talk
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
and that's all.
And
It's a
same thing with
blessing.
skating. Like we used to skate,
Yeah, I know. I miss it. I do.
skate, and now it's like
But even the pandemic took that all away too. Like, I remember that was the last prior to the pandemic starting. I mean, well, yeah, I was scheduled to go to Charlotte, I think it
that was
was.
North Carolina. Yeah, that was right before they
Yeah,
shut it all
and then,
down. Yeah.
it was like, you still going? I'm like, But then they just shut it down. I'm like, well,
we ain't going.
we ain't going. And
Yeah.
I think I went earlier this year, like, back at home. I don't even know the people there. I'm like, who are these people? It's like a whole
faces,
different
yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
And then, skating, they're acting like this something new, like with the other cultures and whatnot. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we've been doing this. What you talking about?
Been doing this for quite
We've
some
been doing
time.
it.
Trying
But
to catch up.
we gotta get back and we gotta
Yeah,
go
yeah.
somewhere. I don't know.
See, we're going to Jive Biscuit, but we're going in a professional capacity because we're going to actually do the podcast from here.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I won't be having my skates on. I'm probably not going to even have my skates in the van.
Okay, I get it. I
But
get it.
there will be. I'm hoping to just kind of go to like a big party where I can just enjoy it again. I might not
Yeah.
skate, but to
Just to
be
be
able
in
to
the
engage,
element.
yeah,
Yeah.
to engage and catch up with everybody. It'll be a good
I
situation.
think so.
Yeah, like MLK is right around the corner, so I know they brought back the Huntsville party.
Yep,
Yeah.
I went to that one some years ago. I
That's
did.
actually where I became a trendsetter.
Ah, really?
In Huntsville, 20,
Wow.
what was that, 2011? Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
2011. Dog Pound. That's when I officially was able to get my little trendsetter tattoo.
Wow, look.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. When did I go? I don't even remember if I had kids. That's a shame. What is wrong? You have kids, you just forget everything. I don't
They
know.
call it mom brain.
But yeah,
It's a real thing.
it's a real
Mom
thing.
brain.
It is. It is. But oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I went to that. Yeah, I went to that skate trip. I just don't remember what year it was. Might have been 14.
It was so interesting because I used to be so nervous to go to like the big skate parties.
Really?
Yes.
Well, they
I'm-
crazy. They skate. It's just wild.
And as
But it's
social
fun.
as I can be, I prefer
Small
to
city.
just kind of I don't like if I walk into a room, I'm gonna go to the back and just kind of like you said, observe everything and kinda
Yeah.
let it all come
I
to
feel
me.
it.
So I used to be so nervous going to those big skate parties. Oh my God.
Don't be nervous. Don't
And
be
then
nervous.
I used
You're
to,
swinging. Just let you know you're swinging again. Just saying.
but they did a whole big tribute for me because that was at Dog Pound. After I had my accident, they convinced me to go, and they did this whole big tribute. I still had my neck brace on. I was still kind of, and real
Wow.
wobbly and stuff. And I'd be darned if who was it? It was Joy.
Ah,
Joy. She
skate-a-thon.
called me out to the middle of the floor, put me right in the spotlight, and I'm sitting there, and I was, oh my God, nobody knows this, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my butt cheeks were trembling. I was, I was scared. I was so nervous.
Oh my
I don't
God.
like being the center. Alpha man, we behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
like to be the center of attention. We work behind the scenes. And yeah, I'm a computer engineer for a reason, y'all. Like, don't let the smile and what do you call it, inviting demeanor fool
Yes,
you, because
don't.
face will go straight in 2 seconds, and I will go back over there and sit in my little corner. But yeah, I was so nervous.
But you made
Everybody,
it through.
like so many people came up and was, oh, you want to talk, and what was that Mr. Krabs meme where it's like, oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
not to go too far down that
Cool.
road, but skating has been a great thing. It's a great thing for
It's like
everyone.
therapy. It's always been therapy for me, especially after my mom passed and everything. So that was just like or when she was going through, because she had pancreatic cancer.
Okay.
So when she was just going through that was just like my escape from reality. Just the music, just so it's definitely can be a healing form and you know, for different people. So
Yes, and they say when they say you leave it, you get to leave it on the floor.
Yep.
Nothing. As soon as you put them skates on, you go on that floor.
that's it.
Nothing else matters.
That's it.
Everything, like you can
You
really just
figure
figure it
everything
out.
else later. Think
Yes.
about whatever else what you're worried about, but when you're on that floor, that's it. Just you and the wood.
Yes, yes. Look, I really enjoyed this
Well,
conversation.
thank you.
You know, for it to be our first official, like,
I
formal
know.
conversation. This
I
was a great
know.
conversation.
Well, thank
We can do
you.
this again.
Yeah,
happy to say that.
yeah.
So, one last thing, and I'm gonna go back to your career.
hmm
So, what is it that you would like to be remembered by when it's time to, I guess, and I don't want to say it's the wrong way, but when it's time to put a stamp on your headstone or whatever they call it,
hmm
what is that you want that to say? Like, what impression are you hoping to leave on everyone that you kind of, you know, encountered?
It's really simple though. Kindness.
I like that.
I mean, you know, and I'm I can I can get along with just about anybody because I don't really expect much from people. At the very least, I mean, I feel like it'd be nice to get back what I give out,
Mhm.
but we know that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
But no matter what I've been through, like even at work, like when I was going through my promotion at work, there was people that was just hating. Oh, we gonna make sure she don't, you know, and just for what? But those same people who gave me hell and treated me like crap and didn't want to speak to me, you know, now they're speaking to me again. And, you know, I would say to myself like back then, oh, well, I'm never going to talk to them again. You know,
Yeah.
but it's not me. That's just not how I'm built. That's not how I was raised. That's not how my heart is. Does it mean we best friends? Oh, no. But it means that I can afford you that grace because I don't know what you're dealing with.
Right.
I don't know why you're the way you are, but I can only be who I am. And that's a good person. It's a kind person, somebody that helps people when they need it. If you need something and I can give it to you, I'm going to do it because that's just who I am. You know, some people may think you're soft or you let people take advantage of you. So be it. But, you know, I feel like I'm blessed enough and that God continues just to provide for me when I know I don't deserve half of it sometimes. So I just want to be known, you know, if I can give anything to anyone, and that's just kindness because this world needs it, needs a
Yeah.
lot of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's good to know. So, when that day comes, hopefully a very long time from
I
now,
hope so. No
a
time
very,
soon.
very, very long
No
time. Look,
time soon.
I tell people I'm looking at 90 with a good quality of life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
okay, so my homeboy was like, if I gotta wear diapers, just take me out now. I'm like, you know, I'll be real with you, bro. Like, if I got a good quality of life, I can still get around. If all I gotta do is change my depends every now and again, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. You know, I might have a little ooh, my bad, my bad, my bad. You know, call the nurse. Hey,
Hey,
you got to change it for me.
help.
Cause that's how I was when I had my accident.
So you already know how that is.
Yeah,
So, you know,
look,
I can live with this.
I apologize
I can do.
to so many nurses for having to do what they had to do. I'm not gonna get too specific, but you know, let's just say my body still functioned. I just couldn't feel nothing,
Okay.
so I couldn't do
Like,
anything.
oops,
I
sorry.
couldn't move. Right? It's like, oh, I think something happened. Yeah.
I didn't mean for it. I'm sorry.
You might want to come check. You know, let me blow the little thing. Because that's funny. Like they had the little the mouth. I had to where I could blow to like signal for the nurse
Okay,
that I
okay.
couldn't move.
Yeah, you couldn't move.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
wow.
I was something don't smell right. But like, you know what, dog? Let me blow this thing, nurse. Come on over here. So good quality of life, you know, and I tell people all the time, when people say, at least you didn't die, there's a lot of things you can live through that make you wish you were dead. Man, if all I gotta do is worry about having my diaper changed, I'm good.
I'm
You know, I
good.
can still walk around, got my little hover around. If I gotta get a scooter, give me a scooter. You know, I can be that
Yeah.
old, angry dude. Might be a little grumpy. Just putting that out there. But it probably is because I need to change my diaper. But I'm good. I'm so good with that. You know, like I'm 90. Let
Yeah.
your boy see
Yeah.
90. Let your boy
Please.
see 90.
It'd be
And
a blessing.
I'm looking forward to hopefully having conversations with you. We can sit down and laugh, and hold on, say my teeth done fell out. Like, God, damn it. Like, come on. Talking and
My bad. Excuse me. We just put that back in.
2 minutes, 2 minutes. Turnover. But like, I really looking forward to being able to, you know, have those moments. Now, I don't have any kids. I tell people that maybe that's just not how my story's written.
Okay.
To have kids and whatnot, but the more I get to becoming older, I'm 43, and I'm like, I want to have kids. I'm to the point now where I'm like, I wish I had kids. I used to, and I did it to myself. I'm prolonged. You know how the pastor say, you know, we about to go, y'all. I said this 10 minutes ago. We about to go. I'm prolonging, but yeah, whatever. Conversation. I'll edit it out. Forget y'all. But so um, because I have a big family, one mom, 5 kids. Um, I always say I ain't want no kids. I want no kids, and I was always about my career.
Okay.
In my 20s, career. Kids was the furthest from my mind. Career. In my 30s, I got to date um, someone who had a daughter. Had me wrapped around her damn finger. Oh my God, it was the best thing I ever did. Um, we didn't work out. Then I got to date somebody else who had another daughter. Now, the first person I dated who had a daughter, she was 2 when we started dating. So I got to see like the toddler stage,
Yeah.
with the marvel and all that stuff, like getting in experience and learning how to talk. The second one, I dated, she was a baby.
Oh.
Like she was like 1,
Oh.
and we dated from 1 until she was like 7.
Wow.
But like, that was the best, from being able to experience what it's like to be like a pseudo dad. That was the best thing I ever did. Like 24/7, like you're here, and then I know what you're going through. Like your experience, like you said, drives you crazy. You hate it, but you wouldn't trade it for the
But it wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yes. And now I'm like, I want to have kids. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that too, as I get older and I become a little bit more, what do you say, successful in my career, and, that's no longer my priority. Now it's kind of gearing towards family.
Family.
And understanding the importance of, holidays, birthdays, just every day, and when I do need my diaper changed, somebody got to do
Somebody
it.
got to do it.
Yes, but
Yeah.
like now, so my grandma, she's, I think she's in her 80s, and I want to throw a celebration for her because she's starting to. My mom just told me that she's starting to have episodes of like memory lapses. So before she begins to deteriorate, I want to throw a celebration for her to where she can see.
See, yeah.
Like this is because my grandfather passed away right after I had my accident.
Oh,
I got to see him, and I always felt like he waited until he knew I was okay before he went ahead and transitioned on. But I'm not gonna tell y'all that story. I promise. I'm not gonna tell that story. But so for my grandma, I would like for her to see all these people came from you.
Yes.
Like these are your kids, these are your grandkids, these are your great grandkids. All of you did this.
You did this.
Yeah.
If
So
there was no you, there'd be no this.
right.
Absolutely.
So I'm starting to have that moment where it's like, what about my, I want to
where's
see
your
my
legacy? Yeah.
tree. I want to see, yeah. So it's starting to hit me a little bit. Like I see him. I got a dog.
I have a dog too.
The dog is pretty cool. I ain't gonna flex, but I'm starting to get to that moment where it's like, okay, yes, I'm gonna be like I'm 43 now, so say I have a kid at 45. Yes, I'll be 60 with a 15-year-old.
That's okay though. You can't even worry about stuff like that anymore.
I'm gonna have to carry a little stick or something.
Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I'm tired, boy. But it's for that purpose.
Next time with me, you're gonna be like, guess what? You're like, I'm having a baby. Watch.
Let's put that out there.
We gotta put it out there.
You heard what she said, right?
Positive
She put that out there.
energy.
She has.
Next time we see each other talking, but like, guess what, LB? Yep. I got
It
it.
is.
I got it.
It is. I'm gonna hold
I
you to it.
planted that seed.
Planted that seed. And at 90, you know what I'm saying? When I call you, and you put your teeth in, and I just got my diaper changed, we gonna laugh at it.
Remember when I
Remember back
said
when you was in Orlando? Was it Orlando?
yeah, was it? Hello. Yeah, was that?
Damn, what are
Was
you
we
doing?
skating?
What we doing? Anyway, maybe it's gonna have a kid.
That's right.
Yep. And now if kid turned out to be freaking terror, so I don't blame you. Remember when your ass told me?
You jinxed people.
I ain't forgave you since. I hope your other teeth fall out.
You see this?
That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm looking forward to. But that's everybody has to deal with this. This is you don't get to see this often because I'm always in business mode. Like when I'm out and about, I'm in business mode. But when I'm in my
Your
comfortable,
element.
natural
Yeah,
setting,
yeah.
yeah, like I'm gonna crack jokes. If we ain't
Fun.
laughing, we something's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta enjoy life.
Yes,
That's
yes.
it. Period.
Again, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to have this conversation.
course,
Thank you
of
for blessing everyone with all this amazing knowledge and your backstory, and just to see how great she really is.
Thanks.
We can't hear us because we're whispering, but yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't mention school board stuff.
I'm sorry, what?
The school board stuff.
Completely
Mm.
overlooked all of that.
It's just a
Y'all,
lot.
y'all got
It's just a
15?
lot.
Where we at?
Just a lot.
Y'all,
of
y'all got
stuff.
about 15 more minutes. How much time we on right now, Matt? An hour 15? Damn, it's talking that long?
Yes, it's organic, true, genuine conversation.
So tell us about the school board.
Real quick, I mean, let me see, when did I run for the first time? Back in 2019. Yeah, because it was after I had Ethan. I was approached. I was just thinking, I was like, what can I do to give back to the community that I feel like kind of fed into me, made me who I am? And then I get a call, hey, what do you think about running for the school board? I'm like, what? I was actually on vacation in Martha's Vineyard
Really?
when I got that call. It's
Real
just
quick,
haughty
what's it
taughty.
like?
It's just like it's real. And I was with my godmother. That's who
Okay.
I was with, her and her girlfriend.
Okay.
Yep. I was with her. I think she just ran back
Did she keep
out
it-
there.
she wanna go- Okay,
Yeah,
I was
she
gonna ask
just-
him, I can't
she
tell me
was like, I'm like, I'm not there. I ain't got my hair done.
Right,
Mm-mm.
right. I ain't gonna do
But I was with her, and then I was asked, and then I was, because my biggest thing about that is like going to talk to people, knock on people's doors. That was the whole, and I still hate that, but.
Yeah. Because you're kind of exposing yourself.
Yeah,
to
you are.
a
To
lot.
a lot of things that, and it went in my favor. It was the first time it was just for a 1-year unexpired term. So somebody had already left the board before their term had expired. So
kind of feeling.
I was filling in that
Yeah.
last. And then I had to turn around that next year and run again for the full 3-year term, which I ran and won.
And he won.
And then this year,
This year.
I wasn't supposed to do it at all.
For real?
I didn't want to do it. I was like,
What,
because it's
was
a
it too
lot.
much?
It's
Okay.
a lot. I mean, it's just
okay.
a lot. I mean, it's a lot of, and you don't get paid for this board. This is
Oh, this
like
voluntary.
free,
See, this is, in my opinion.
But that wasn't the
that's
reason
how
why I didn't want to
all-
do it, though.
But that's how all offices should be. Like to be a politician, it shouldn't be a benefit.
That's true. I
It
feel
should be
you. I
benefit
feel you. But
because
it's still
That's
a
how you
lot.
get the people who truly want to serve.
Serve,
into those
exactly.
positions.
And so let me tell you something. School board, I'm sorry, that is one of the hardest boards to be on because everybody got something to say about something. Nothing's
Yeah.
ever right. You never hear what you're doing right. It's everything what you're doing wrong. And it's giving me tough skin. It's just giving me like a sense of you just got to be tough. You got to be tough to deal with all of the personalities that you encounter. And it's all like I said, it's always what you did wrong or what you didn't do. Never like, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm tired of getting beat up, sitting up here listening to y'all talk about how horrible I am. Not me personally, but as the
But,
board.
yeah.
And that's another thing because people don't understand what we really are able to do. We don't run the day-to-day operations of school. That's the superintendent, his staff.
Right.
We just implement policies, we vote on like personnel stuff, but we don't. Our only employee is the superintendent.
Okay.
That's the only person we're really the boss of.
Right.
And we just kind of work together to make sure that the district is running. So I've been on the board for 4 years, 3 years as vice president, and I just had the last election was this past November. Like I said, I really wasn't intending to run again. I wanted to just kind of focus on my career, because it still knew me being the director.
Yeah.
I wanted to focus on my kids because they take a lot of my time and energy. My sorority, which I know we haven't really talked about as much as my office in there. I'm currently the membership chairman,
Really?
which is second vice president, but
Okay.
my term is ending. This is the thing. I said, I'm giving that up. 2023 is going to be about me, career, my kids. That's
Okay.
what I said.
Yeah.
None of that happened. At the last
That
minute.
was the plan.
That was the plan. The
It was
last
important.
minute, right?
Yeah.
I was like coerced into running again. Oh, we need you. Da, da, da. And I'm like,
They really did
oh my
need her.
God.
I'll be real. If she wasn't on the flyer, they would have lost.
So our team, yes, was very successful. I was the top go-getter. I'm just saying.
If she
Just
wasn't on the flyer,
saying. Like,
lost.
hey.
I was gonna vote. I ain't even from there. I was gonna vote for him. Like, no. I did a mail-in ballot. Just I got temporary residency.
Just for that.
And was it Orange
Just-
Township Parish?
No, I work in Orange.
Okay.
I live in Hillside.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
Hillside.
got temporary
Yeah.
resident
Mm-hmm,
in Hillside.
Yeah,
Got
just to vote.
UPS box. Use it as my address. Instead of saying suite number, I did apartment number. And I mailed in my ballot. My ballot was the deciding
Took me over.
Just gonna let y'all know that right now. That's the one that was like, all right, they won. Like the other dude, other team, I don't know who they was, but they was like, they had 300,015 votes. Her team, 300,016.
He did it. He did it.
It's right here.
So yeah, it's been a humbling experience to have the support of my community. That I grew up, like I said, I graduated from Hillside, so just to be able to be like, I didn't even know what school board members probably was when I was back in high school.
Yeah.
So just to be a board member now and see it in another perspective, it's like really a cool thing. And like the boards and everything, we had with your name on it. And, my kids are like, "That's you, mommy.
There it is.
That's your name right
There
there."
it is,
So
yeah.
that's the stuff right there. And like,
Yeah.
their dad took them to vote when he went to vote, and he's, so they were so excited. Like Ethan, when he saw me later that night, he was like, "Mommy, did you win?" So, just stuff like that makes it all
Yeah.
worthwhile.
I sent her like 4 DMs. It was like, you won, right?
You won, right? Like,
She's like,
fine.
I ain't gonna say I won, but I
But,
won.
I mean, I won.
Yeah. I knew my vote did it. When you worry about it, my vote.
His vote.
Million ballot.
Campaign manager right here.
Boom, boom, and if you decide to run again, they say it's a 3-year term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2020, what is it?
So it starts officially in 23.
Okay, so 2026.
6, yep. Mm-hmm.
MJI Media. We gonna do all your promo material.
See, look.
gonna
look
do
at
all
that.
your
You get
campaign
this
stuff.
right. You get this right.
We gonna do. It's on the shirt.
It's on the shirt.
I can't. It's on camera now. I can't take
Can't
it back.
renege. Nope.
Yeah.
It's here.
3 years from now, when you see that booming ass campaign ad all through your social medias and on your TV, just know we did it.
That's right.
We did it.
Forming relationships, networking right
That's
here.
how that works. That's how that works.
But thank you.
It's my pleasure.
It's been really dope. I appreciated this.
Again, thank you for doing it.
Of course.
Yes. We
Much
gonna do
better
it.
this way than how we were gonna.
Yeah, because we
you
were
know.
gonna do it virtual. That was not going.
But it was,
I probably would crack a couple of jokes, but you want to see my face swing? None of that. You wouldn't get to see none of that. Like, no. And her feet ain't swing not one time.
nope.
And she the one supposed to be having to swing your leg. That's all right, though. So, yeah, this was much better. Again, thank you to your godmom
Yeah.
for putting together your whole trip.
Yes. Right.
Yes,
Right. So I can be here at this time.
Right, thank you for
You
posting that SeaWorld video so I
I
can
wasn't gonna do
crash
any
your
of
whole
that.
vacation. Crashed it. I was like, oh, you in Orlando. Say less. We coming down.
They coming down.
Oh. Thank you.
Thanks, darling. This has been so much fun. I feel cool.
That was cool. So thank y'all again for tuning in to Word to Be Heard. Stay tuned for the next one. I don't know who we're gonna get. They probably not gonna be this cool, but
Okay.
we'll get somebody. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'll do a cameo.
Like really, I'm gonna just have her face like slide across the screen real quick. And she gonna just like that. She's like, just slide across.
That's right.
Yeah, we out of here, man.
Peace.
That was dope.
Thank you. Oh my God, that was so much fun.